Starting in 3, 2, 1. Okay then. I was hoping to get it to... God damn it. I was in such a hurry to start up that I even forgot to turn on VTube Studio. Give me a second. I'm in a little bit of a... hurry to get this going, you know? I'm so sorry for being late. God damn it. Come on. There we go. Alrighty then. Switching back over in 3, 2, 1. Hectic start. It still hasn't picked up on me. There it is. Took it a while. God damn it. I was so focused trying to add in some new things that I kinda got... Well, I lost track of time and only realized that, hey, it's 3:01. I should probably start up the stream now. Yeah, my apologies. But hey, we're back. And, in trying to find some stuff to throw in, I kind of forgot to check what games I could play, so, you know, we'll stick with this for now. We'll stick with this for now. We'll help with quests, taking it easy. That goddammit. I'm in complete disarray. Alrighty then. I need to change my tag, my label. Copy the ID. There we go. And that'll allow people to join in whenever they want, you know? That'll help out. We're just gonna be grinding, basically, figuring out, like, where the hell, well, not where the hell, but figuring out how the hell we're gonna get some parts. I do want to get that Velstrax armor and then, properly equip it, but, for now, we're just, you know, doing our thing. Shouldn't be too hard to get into it, right? God damn it, I really wanted to frickin' I really wanted to get, a commission from the person who did this, visage you see before you. To do some, emotions for it, but... I got so sidetracked doing the little bar you see up above, that I kinda... well... I kinda lost track of time. Gathal, Duar, and Hatsuzuki. Let's get up there real quick to help him out. Looks like he got lucky and we got in, like, right away. Oh yes, also picked up this chair, to add in, because I thought it looked cool. I know, gotta rep that Ace Pride. Everyone's steadily making their way over here. Here's hoping this guy, does well on his hunt against, Velstrax. So it looks like the new, Elder Dragon they're adding in, Malzeno, is gonna have a, symbiotic relationship with something similar to, like, how Zinogre has a symbiotic relationship to its Fulgur bugs. Malzeno's gonna have a, symbiotic relationship with its leech things. Which is bound to be interesting, gotta admit. Hello, Valerie. Let's deal with you. We got its attention. Okay, that's fine. Big claw. God, it's such a weird monster, you gotta admit. Actually, I'm just rehashing the stuff I was saying yesterday, wasn't I? I also kind of wish they'd bring back Gobel. Gobel's a good finch. It would have to be in Flooded Forest, naturally, but still, it's a good spot to put it. The thing's basically a pufferfish. A flatfish that's also a pufferfish, somehow. That would take in water to inflate itself and sort of show off its spikes. Which you would then use to roll over onto you. Because why not? Alright, do our damage. Hello, Cuddlin', how you doing? Welcome. My computer's having a rough time trying to cover both this game and the actual VTube model. We're just playing some Monster Hunter Rise because why not? And because I forgot to double check to see if you're mad. Oh boy. And because I forgot to double check to see if there was any interesting games that we could, you know, play. So, if I might ask, what makes you mad? Come on. There we go, we got some damage on its tail. Because I'm kind of curious. What could get you angry? You know? Alabama decided to ban Trent. I am not shocked. Just disappointed. Yeah. Did they... why am I even asking you? Of course, they probably didn't make it so that they can't get puberty blockers, right? Man, conservatives in the United States are just freaking plain evil. Hopefully, that gets repealed, but not holding my breath. Thank you, little, dragonfly. Deliver our damage. Even worse? Uh-oh. That's not a good sign. I am not at all shocked. Look, man. Conservatism is a bit of a disease. Just a bit. Where the hell is it going? Okay, just decided to bail immediately. Cool. Can't say I was expecting it to just bail immediately. Yeah, the party of freedoms, you know? Party of small government. It is unfortunate. Don't allow them to talk about themselves if it involves trans... Yeah, I wouldn't be shocked. I mean, they did already put out that don't say gay bill, so... I don't know if that thing actually passed. I really hope it didn't. Since it would be legitimately a violation of free speech. Of course. Of course they are. God damn it. Nicely played, Valstrax. It passed and they expanded it. Yeah, the Constitution's great, but if nobody actually cares about the Constitution, then it doesn't really exist now, does it? It's unfortunate, but I wish those kids in Alabama all the best. Even with their shitty situation. Worst out their kids, of course they are. Because the conservative leadership is frickin' insane. Oh, they actually broke one of its wings, nice. I have no idea what effect that has, but nice. Hopefully it weakens its claws a bit. Jesus Christ. A little, yeah. Just a bit. You'd think for the group that whines the most about free speech, they would at least know what the hell free speech is. But no, they don't. Because they are constantly advocating for breaking it. It's unfortunate, but hopefully it gets rectified, you know? I'm really hoping. Do our damage, hopefully land some good hits. This is what they call all my stuff and you can't have yours. Basically. Basically. Well, free speech. That sort of thing. If only the liberals weren't so incompetent. It really makes me worried for the United States over up here. Canada may not be perfect. It may not be the socialist utopia that I want it to be, but at least it's not the United States? Question mark? Yeah. They have the same donors, that is accurate. But still, they should be able to at least gain power, right? I mean, it's not hard to call out every single thing that the frickin' Conservative Party does, right? I mean, I'm not a politician. But no, they want a quote-unquote strong Republican Party. It's wild. Yeah. Pretty much. Yeah. I really feel like the only way for that to really get fixed in the United States is for like a full-on revolution to happen, but... and that's also going to be kind of bloody. Oh hey, it's injured. Nice. They aren't doing anything. Well, saying they do nothing is a stretch. But I would agree with close to nothing, yeah. Need the tail. Oh, well, we already got it. Gotcha. Make sure he's aware that we know about that. Yeah, Biden's... The problem is, there's too many conservatives in the, in power right now. Because, I mean, everybody likes to scapegoat Joe Manchin, but really, Joe Manchin only really has the power he has because there's so many freaking conservatives in power. I mean, the Republicans said they wouldn't help with anything. Yeah, I know. Joe Manchin is a piece of shit. Not gonna excuse his behavior. But if we had less conservatives in there, or I guess if they had less conservatives in there, then it wouldn't be as much of a problem now, would it? And the main reason it's a problem is because there's a bunch of conservatives in there. That they have to have Joe Manchin co-sign off of shit, which gives him way more power than he's deserved. Yeah, he's a dino. Democrat in name only. Does energy drink? Energy drink does actually boost our stamina. Not bad. He's a Republican in the frickin' Democrat area. That's about it. Pretty much. That or... Here's another idea. He might legitimately be part of the Democratic establishment. In which case he's just the patsy that they throw off the things that they don't actually want to pass but say they want to pass. Oh man, we'd love to pass this bill we want, but you know, oh man, Joe Manchin, he's saying no, we can't do it, guys. I'm so sorry. That sort of thing. He's just the villain of the week, basically. Or I guess the years at the moment. There we go. Dodge its roar, because that's a thing. Alright, good. It's just articulating its wings. There we go. Big boy down. Also called infrastructure. Well, I mean, if it does improve the infrastructure, then that is a boon. I hate corporations quite a bit, but at the same time, god damn, the United States is kind of holding on by a thread with infrastructure. It's basically handed out to the infrastructure to the corporations to impose any taxes they want. Well, here's the thing. I mean, who else would you hand such a bill over to infrastructure companies? Or how else would you hand out, how else would you get the infrastructure kind of done, right? That's the better way of putting it. So they shouldn't pass that if Build Back Better doesn't pass. Of course. Honestly, the problem is nobody really wants to. Hey, that's the part we needed. Nobody really wants to fund the infrastructure because it's a boring project. I mean, oh man, we could just pass some money. They did because Manchin said he would say yes if they passed the infrastructure bill. Yeah, Manchin's a lying piece of shit. So yeah, that's. If they actually believe him for, like, anything, then either they are complicit or they're just ridiculously gullible. Yeah, I'm not surprised. I really hope that was just a spelling error right there. Oh no. Something something taxes, something something can't afford it, something something American people won't pay it. That sort of thing. It's... Oh, wait, this is the wrong change appearance. Yeah, cancel the changes and go back in. Equipment? Layered armor settings, there we go. Let's change this to something a little more, fitting for a bit. Because, honestly, the Valstrax equipment does look really good. Makes you look like some sort of Gundam. Yeah, jets on your shoulders, why not? Huh. Yeah, that's unsurprising. That is utterly unsurprising. Which kind of just cements either they're complicit, or they're just that freaking gullible, in which case they need to get kicked out and replaced with new people. Come again. Jesus Christ. I mean, you know, Cuddlein, I'd be surprised, but, I mean, the entire Conservative Party is going against the constituents. Say what you want, but at this point I get the feeling that the American people aren't really being, like, paid much attention to by their representatives. It is very unfortunate. Hell yeah, we want the evade window. Fatal Tempest has Rapid Morph, Load Shells, Blast Resistance. Okay. Valstrax. The Greaves. I want to keep the single pip ones clear. Mostly because we can throw resistance jewels into it. Making it able to actually take on elemental damage. With some skill. At least a little bit. My dad says that the red states keep going backwards, the country will split again. You know... Speaking from a, an outside perspective, I kinda agree with him. Because here's the thing. The Democratic Party and the Conservative Party of the United States are in wildly different worlds. They are nowhere near similar. Hell, they're both right-wing. It's just how right-wing each one is. I get the feeling that the further this goes, the closer we get to a revolution down there. And I'm a little worried for the people who are going to get stuck in that sort of thing, you know? Go on. Hey, for what it's worth, you have my support if it goes down like that. I really hope you guys succeed. If you go to England, the left is radical left and the right is left. Yeah. Well, that's the term for that is the Overton window. The left in America is far to the right of the left in England. And in Canada, for that matter. I don't know if it's quite as far of a difference between United States and Canada and United States and England, but it is a little better up here for that sort of thing, you know? A little better. At the very least, we can actually, like, make sure that trans people aren't kicked out on the fact that they're trans. You know? World as fuck. Housekeeper. Buddy Dojo is doing just fine. They're leveling up as expected. I want to change out these ones, actually. Yeah, after they're done their training, we're going to change them out for other Palicos and Palamutes. That way they can catch up and properly equip themselves. Yeah. That's fair. Look, just remember, the vast majority of yikesy politicians are on the right. Let's call them that. The ones who, you know, they've got some interesting views on children. Let's just leave it at that. You know, Epstein might have thought they were an interesting client, that sort of type. I mean, we know that the thing that they... It doesn't really matter, my guy. It matters to me. I know that to the conservative voter it doesn't necessarily matter because they'll handle abortion or whatever. But still, if the Democrats don't do jack shit, then who cares? Well, yeah. I care, but still. Have I dangoed up? I don't know. I don't think I've dangoed up. We might have dangoed up. Okay, we dangoed up, okay. I'm thinking we need some money quick, so the best way to do that is slay Ibushi and Narwa. That's probably our best bet here. Which means we need to figure out what they're weak to. Specifically, All-Mother. What's she weak to? Ice and Dragon. Alright, Dragon it is. Yeah, that's the problem with the Democrats. Well, they're not as bad as the frickin' Republicans. They still don't do anything to actually stop them. In response to their corporate donors and response to their constituents dead last. I don't know. I don't quite agree with that. While yes, the Democrats are bad. While yes, the Republicans are bad. There is a vast difference between the two. The Democrats aren't trying to take trans rights away. I would much rather have Democrats in power in the United States than have frickin' conservatives. It's not quite one party, but it's getting there. You can't really to equivocate between the conservatives and the Democrats is giving the conservatives way too much credit. They won't do anything against these idiots. That is true. That's why you guys need a third party. You need a party that can actually stand up to them. But that's unlikely to happen in the United States as it is, unfortunately. No, I was hoping to get an impact on him. Now our dodges have kind of changed up a little bit, so we're gonna be a little dicey to start with. I'm gonna have to get good at dodging again. Yeah, it's really worrying what's going on down there, I gotta admit. Not a fan of it. Yep. I don't know, and honestly, I can kind of guess what they're gonna say, at least the gist of it. Something, it's so rare it doesn't matter. Probably something like that. I wouldn't be shocked if it was something along those lines. Okay, we need somebody to actually go up and remove its rocks. Okay, well, didn't quite make it up there. There we go, clearing out the rocks. Just barely got it all dealt with. Oh god. Give me a second to just get a bit of a thing. Yeah, I get what you mean. Those words I don't want to risk getting, TOS'd. But I get what you mean. I'm not surprised. God, it's obnoxious what TOS forces on speaking when we got the frickin' Republican Party, but yeah, it's still necessary, unfortunately, which means I need to pay attention to it. But yeah, I am not in the least shocked. That's one hell of a non sequitur that it basically did. Because we can force them to. Well, the thing is, you see, they don't care about women. Oh, they want them to be quote-unquote put in their place. That sort of thing. No, what they want is they just hate women. They just want to make it as painful on the mother as possible. Because if they actually cared about things like abortion, then they wouldn't be trying to say, hey, condoms should be illegal outside of sex shops and all that. They wouldn't be doing that if they actually cared about abortion. This is the problem, Because their voters have been told to fear a given thing, that's what they're gonna vote on. Just flat out, every single time, they're gonna vote for that thing. Whether it's trans people or frickin', I don't know, Mr. Potato Head or something. Yeah. Yeah. I need to get the hell onto that rock. There we go. They're following interesting ones, we'll call it. Look, they're basically just fascists at this point. They don't need a framework that makes sense. All they need is to have a framework that makes sense to their feelings. They feel that if a woman has sex, that she should be punished. Therefore, they're going to do everything in their power to do that. That's just how it is. They'll say what they have to. They'll do what they have to. They don't really care. It's unfortunate, but it is how it works. What are you doing, Big Yellow? That's fine. I'm just wondering how long until we start getting refugees to Canada, right? There we go. Dover hit directly to the Thunder Sack. Well, you know, she shouldn't have been there for the entirety of her life. It will come. Yep. And I will gladly say welcome to Canada. Have some poutine. Oh yeah, that's gonna be fun. I wonder just how many conservatives will end up becoming the immigrants themselves. I say fun, but still. Shitty situation leads to shitty situations. There we go. Bypass the attack and go right for the Thunder Sacks. Yeah. Politics is a topic that you can very easily get very angry about, just in general. And that anger isn't necessarily unjustified. Yeah. It's unfortunate. I'm curious what sort of reasoning they had. But I get the feeling it's going to be something along the lines of, well, you know, I don't like them doing this, but they're going to outlaw abortions, and I believe that's good. And I'll do whatever it takes to get that done. Or scary trances or something. I'd be willing to bet. Quickly reload our axe. Hey! Good boys here. Hello, good boy. Less taxes and repelling communism than actual people, yeah. Not what I guess, but yeah, I could see that being a thing. I'm curious just how many, like, in general, like as a consensus type deal, go for that sort of thing. Or if it's just like a certain area that's worried about that. Well, you know. Yeah. They've been told that they should want less taxes, so that's what they think they want. Even though, for the most part, most voters, more taxes is actually kind of good. Simply because it can go into various programs to make it easier on everyday citizens. Say what you will about communism. A properly implemented, properly run communism, not frickin' Stalin's bullshit, could do a lot of good for everyday people. Apparently healthcare for all means communism. Well, that's the thing. They don't know what communism is, nor do they know what socialism is. They've been told to fear it, therefore they'll fear it. Simple as. I really hope that the United States gets better. If not, then I mean, I'd 100% support taking in the refugees from the United States. Because some of these people would legitimately do some horrible stuff. No, I still hate to this day Megan McCain. I don't really remember her all that much. I recognize the name, but not the person. Hey, we broke her tail. Good. That's what we need to do. More drops is good. It means more loot. Let's just remain lying down for now. Yeah, there we go. What are you doing, lady? Okay, just missing. That's fine. Heal up so that we can actually continue the fight without worry and go right back in. There we go. Do our damage. Yeah, I don't really recognize the name. She left the view, now she's doing marketing with her baby next to her father's. God damn it. Okay then. That's certainly interesting. Interesting marketing tactic, I guess. Yeah, that makes sense. I mean, say what you like, but I would love the attention. It's a real shame my morals aren't that flexible that I could do conservative stuff, you know? Her dad was John McCain. Yeah, that checks out. Last name checks out. See if we can do some damage to break this thunder sack. Or not. Okay. What's she doing? Shooting lightning. That's fine. Yes, Senator and War Hero. Well, Senator sounds about right. I don't know about War Hero. I don't know his what he has to do with war here, other than like actually trying to get people to go to a war. Huh. I see. Yeah, I'm not surprised. To be fair, can't really blame a public figure for wanting the attention back. I mean, who really wants to work for, like, more traditional businesses once you got the public eyes and the money that comes with it, right? Let's see what we got here. Okay, we can use this healing zone to give ourselves a boost. Just a little something. And land the hit. There we go. One Narwa defeated. Yeah. Can't blame her too much for wanting the attention back. Still, shitty way to get it back. Gotta admit. There's the tail. That's what we're going for. We're gonna go straight for that thing once we get all the... Ooh. Fancy orb. Oh, damn. Somebody actually had the patience to sit there and wait to grab that tail part. Nice. One time they were talking about guns on The View. You know what their rebuttal was? I'm not entirely sure. Something can't take my guns? Something like that. I'd be willing to bet. The Area 15 is used for hunting, so we shouldn't ban. Well, you know, I don't know what animal requires full auto. If your aim is that bad, should you really be hunting? If your aim is so bad that you need to fire full auto, should you really be hunting? I mean, it's not like you're gonna go hungry or anything. Alright, I really wish they'd get their shit together on guns.
What can I do you for?
God damn.
Looking for something new or an upgrade?
Don't get me wrong, I'm not against guns. It's semi-auto only. Okay, fair enough. Shows what I know about guns.
Come again?
It can kill people really fast. Well, that's true of a lot of guns, to be fair. If it's not a sidearm, it can probably kill people pretty quickly. To be entirely fair on that. Any other... Yeah, we can sell some narwhal hide. That will work just fine. 55 rounds per minute fast. Jesus Christ.
How's it going?
Yeah. Yeah.
So, what can I help you with?
So goddamn.
Leave it to me.
I wish the conservative voters would start realizing that the people they're propping up are just kind of... They're not very good. They're not looking out for them, they're looking out for their wallets, and that's about it. Semi-auto pistol can fire up to 15 to 20 rounds per minute. I see. You know, maybe sometime I should play, guns, horseshoes, and hand grenade, or sorry, hot dogs, horseshoes, and hand grenades on stream sometime. A trained person can even bring it up to, like, 22, but that's it. I see. Get some people to, like, show me how to do some gun stuff. Because I know absolutely nothing about guns. But I know that my gun nut friend is a big fan of that game for its realistic handling of guns, save for like the weight and all that. So maybe we could find something interesting there. What's Apex Diablos week 2? I can teach you. Alright, we got all that. Note, small monsters, large monsters. Apex Diablos. It's weakest to cold. Okay, well, we got cold. Because, I mean, some of those guns I just can't fire because I can't figure out how to use them at all. Like, I gotta use the beginner's first weapon type deal. Because that's the only guns that I know how to actually run. Or not run, reload and all that. Once I fire the first clip, that's it. Well, there's a lot of guns that I don't know how to actually reload is the problem. Because I really don't know anything about guns. I've never held a gun, so I can explain it to you in a few words. And I don't remember the model numbers for each of these weaponry. Yoink, Sleep Toad will definitely help. It'll knock out the Diablos pretty easily, so that's not exactly a problem. Up here. Land on these bushes so that we got something to boost ourselves with. I really don't know how to put it properly. My knowledge on guns is so comprehensively incomplete that I honestly don't even know what questions to ask. The extent of my knowledge is, like, full auto means you just hold the trigger and it goes brr. Semi-auto means that you press the trigger and it goes brr. Or not brr, you pull the trigger and it fires. But you gotta keep pulling the trigger. H3VR, I can defo be there. I'll consider it. I'm not sure when I'd stream it, but yeah, could do it. I do have it, so there is that. Burst fire is when it fires a set number of rounds every time you pull the trigger. And if I remember correctly, you can have different varieties, like you can have 2-round, 3-round, 5-round bursts. Something like that. I'm not entirely sure. Hello, Apex Diablos, you weird creature, you. It's almost like a black Diablos, but no. It's an apex, you see. Its horns are glowing red. Yeah, that's nice, Diablos. We're just gonna go right through it. 2 to 3 round burst exists. I see, there's no 5 round burst. I could have sworn there was. Huh. Fair enough, you know? Lord knows I have zero clue. The extent of my knowledge on guns is the do not look down the barrel, do not have it loaded, make sure it is unloaded every single time if you're not planning on using it for actual shooting. Assume it's loaded anyways, just in case. That sort of thing. Never, ever, 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 ever point the barrel at a person. Unless you were intending to actually take that person out. Hold the gun so your finger is not on the trigger when you're not ready to fire. That sort of thing. I know the very basics, but that's about it. Alright, where are you going? Okay, that was quick. That went a little faster than I was expecting. Nicely done, Diablos. Hey, we got to run into a wall. Good. Running Diablos into destructible walls generally destroys the walls, but if we run them into a non-destroyable wall, like these little cliff faces here, then we get it stuck for a little bit. If you know how to squeeze the trigger, you basically know how to use a revolver. Yeah, and that's about all I know how to use. Oh, they removed the getting stuck thing. That's unfortunate. Basically starter weapon. Babu's first firearm. There we go. I know there's speed loaders for revolvers, but yeah. I also know that revolvers are one of the easiest ways, or easiest weapons to partially reload because it's got the cylinders individual. Just, you know, good luck loading all 6 rounds into a revolver. in the middle of a firefight, that's not exactly going to be easy. Because, like, the revolver is, it's got each casing inside, or sorry, each bullet inside of a, its own individual chamber. Rather than having a full-on, like, magazine that you gotta, manually reload. Right? I don't know, I'm showing my ass here a bit. I don't really know anything about guns. But that is pretty much the extent of my knowledge. Revolver tend to have more powerful ammunition than semi-auto? Fair enough. It's also got that cowboy factor because it's a revolver, so... Yeehaw and all that. There we go. Poison toad. That'll come in real handy. This thing is basically that one meme frog from Warhammer. It's incredibly toxic. You just gotta place it, and it'll do that. Construction can take the huge pressure from the explosion. Ah, I see. So it's built ridiculously tough. To the point where it can handle ridiculous explosions compared to the standard pistol. Fair enough. Alright, land our explosion. There we go. Nice big elemental explosion. Now the question is, how do you get explosive rounds into a revolver? That's the question. I want to be able to mine with my revolver. What do? The damn things are all metal, but the grips, yeah. It'd probably be a pretty hefty steel, too. Not just any metal. Like, full-on steel. Not just, like, the metal and polymer that exists in the semi-auto pistols, right? Although, to be fair, some really clever people have done some really interesting interesting things with plastic. I know it's possible to literally 3D print guns now because of clever designs. Which, I mean, I think that's cool. I think it's also incredibly dangerous, but I think it's cool nonetheless that people have been clever enough to make full-on weaponry with 3D printers. Oh, it's eating some cactus. Fair enough, I got hungry. You know, we'll feast as well, Diablos. Don't mind us. Lunch break. Okay then, marking its territory. And now it is furious. Lovely. You can tell because of the black smog coming off of its mouth. Back off. Go right back in. Ow, hell. It's a little blind at the moment, but you know, it's fine. It'll recover soon enough. What the hell was that? Okay then, Diablos. You're not an auger drill, buddy. Sleepy time, frog. There we go. That's right. Mia has joined the quest. How nice of her. Glad to have some more people show up, you know? There we go. Input our damage and go right around to it. Yeah, it is really fascinating just how many unique designs have been made up for weaponry. Pretty much humanity's favorite pastime as a group. Finding new ways to shoot projectiles really fast. Oh, Jesus. Get the hell out of here. That's nice, Diablos. You're not hitting me with that. That's fine. And go right up to it. Hit it in the horns. It's a little weird, though. Some of those still mad. Yeah, that's fair. Being mad is absolutely healthy in this case. Being mad about the fact that American representatives are trying to take away Americans' rights is fair. I am unsurprised. Utterly unsurprised. It's a little disappointing that that's kind of become just like a thing that's expected nowadays. But it kind of is. This is the price you have to pay for our freedom. Ah, yes, of course. Well, you know, you gotta bring it back to freedom. Always gotta bring it back to freedom. My freedoms and all that, you know? How else are they supposed to know that you're American? They cover, use a mega potion. Look, I mean, oh, okay then. That's fine. We can still hunt this thing down pretty easily. We might have to change our lobby ID again. Hello, Streamlabs. Nice to see you. Yeah, it's frustrating. I mean, we in Canada can still own guns. It's not like we magically aren't allowed to. But we have way better control over it. What type of gun would you say is your fave? I don't know, for some reason I find myself drawn to the long-range type guns. Any weapon that's accurate over long distances, I find myself drawn to pretty well. I like the feeling of being able to just annihilate anything within range. And having that range be immense. You know what I mean? Don't get me wrong, shotguns are fun. But they're not quite the same aesthetic. Being able to safely obliterate somebody's head from a range is very satisfying in video games, in my opinion. Basically sniper rifles, yeah. I don't own a gun in real life, so I don't really have a real-world preference. Yeah, marksman rifles are good too. Kinda depends on the situation, right? If I expect to be in close quarters, then yes, absolutely, marksman. Because a marksman would be accurate, but also usable at close range. As opposed to the sniper rifle. Which, I mean, good frickin' luck. Those things are designed for range, 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 and range. Oh yes, let me shoot this enemy from, like, 5 miles away. That sort of deal. New. Alright, you're coming out from there. Alright, this is our chance to get in. Because, like, a marksman rifle, from my understanding, is basically just a really accurate rifle. Probably semi-automatic or something like that. Right? So I should be, we'll allow this one. Until it becomes a... If somebody uses it for, you know, less okay reasons. Yeah, if they decide to invade. That is absolutely fair. And if they whine about it, just remind them that they're invading. And it's not it's not exactly unlikely for Russia to do that sort of shit. Lord knows, we're seeing it with Ukraine. Honestly, any country that is, like, anywhere near Russia should probably be in NATO. They're kind of crazy. Putin is kind of crazy, yes. Insane, and also in way too much power. The Russian people themselves, not necessarily. Those poor bastards. Hey, didn't have damage to stagger it. That'll help out. Recover our health, because we've taken quite a bit. Heal up. And go for a swing. Okay, then. Okay, what are you doing, big guy? Just doing that? That's fine. Alright. Do our damage, blow it up. Out. Is this Apex actually doing frickin' Dragon Element damage? That's a little terrifying. Yeah, because theory and practice are two very different things. Knowing how a rifle works is very different from actually having handled it and used it. The engineers who made factories to make these things are very different from the people who actually use them. Okay, you're fighting a Rajang. Okay, then. Basically ban guns for civilians, so no guns for us. Yeah, fair enough. And deck him. There we go. That's some damage. 0 mass shootings. Well, you don't even need to ban guns to have 0 mass shootings. Just have really good gun control, you know? Because, I mean, Canada, you can, in fact, own a gun. It's just that you can only use it on, for hunting or for, target practice type deals. You're not going to be able to go out and, like, bring it to your freaking country club or whatever. You use it for, okay, gun-related reasons. But the United States has that concealed carry thing, which can turn anything lethal. Along with that stupid castle doctrine stuff. Yeah, pretty much. Almost none. We have guns, we have almost no mass shootings, exactly. I'm saying Canada is an example of pretty good gun control. It's not perfect. We do still get mass shootings from time to time, but they are few and far between. Compared to the United States, Jesus Christ. Alright, latch to its face and blow up. And there we go. We've done some pretty good damage, I'd say. I don't honestly know the record of how many we've had so far in the country right now. I haven't heard of any recently. Yeah, they are. Well, you know, the other thing that's affecting that is the instability that's going on in the United States right now. The far right is having a hell of a resurgence in the United States. So, you know, that is a thing. And frickin', to be fair, the left is ridiculously restrained in the United States, given that all these frickin' far-right madmen are just doing these shootings constantly. But the far left hasn't really done one yet. So yeah, it's mostly just, yeah, far-right extremists. It's unfortunate, but it does happen. Oh, absolutely. I would be surprised if there isn't. And if there is, I really hope it's the left that succeeds in that. They really need to start working on figuring out their rifle training there. Not quite early enough to catch it off, catch it on its charge. Unfortunately. Not enough. Leftists do have guns, some of them, but I feel like a decent amount of them also feel like that's a right thing, you know? Pro 2A? Maybe. From my understanding, though, most on the left view guns as a sort of like right-wing thing, not for them. Well, honestly, they're gonna need it by the time that Civil War does occur. Because holy hell. It is brewing. Well, good on them. I hope they start practicing, because they're going to need them. I can practically guarantee. I'm hoping it's a bloodless civil war, but from history, the likelihood of that is not great. Not the same amount as the right, but they have them, yeah. Yeah, that's the thing, ain't it? The right are kinda gun crazy. Like, I'm not, like, 100% against guns. I'm absolutely for responsible gun ownership, but they don't even add in that first part. That responsible part. It's unfortunate. I gotta admit, I was at one point full on like anti-gun, but I did have my opinions changed on that. Yeah. I really hope it's a bloodless civil war. I really hope. And I'd be willing to bet that we're gonna have my guy, the Democrats have been trying to pass background check legislation for years, and the right has said no. I know. I know. And they really should have that sort of thing. Background checks are important. They still haven't passed anything? No, they haven't. It is unfortunate. Oh, hey, Lucky Life. That's a... Lucky Owl? Fortune Owl, there we go. That increases cash reward. There we go. Hello, big guy. Go to 10 on its legs. Jesus. That is one furious Diablos, gotta say. Yep. Well, of course. The right doesn't want guns to be legislated at all. I mean, my only real explanation for that at this point is that they're just plain frickin' evil. That or they... That or the fact that pretty much every single one of the mass shootings has been on the right side of things. Not on the right side as like, this is a good mass shooting. No, I'm saying like, it's been some righty, some far-right madman doing that thing. There we go. See, I told you we could kill it. We don't need nobody. They even defend the shooters. Yeah, they do. They do. Shitty behavior on their part. You know, we should really have a background check on politicians. See what sort of like, people are paying their paychecks, you know? Paying for their opinions. Make sure that you have to have some idea of what the hell is going on. And not just some, prick that's being pushed by the corporate side of America. Politicians, heads of, like, important, institutions, like, for example, the Federal Trade Commission, all that sort of stuff. It's the right to express whatever they wish online and in real life. Also, guns are not the problem, mental health is. No, no. Look, I've had mental health issues in the past. I've never wanted to go and shoot up a school. I know. Believe me, I know. It's their go-to excuse. It's unfortunate, but it is. And you know, it would be at least somewhat of an excuse if they actually did anything for mental health, right? But they don't. That's the problem. That's part of the problem. They're just using it as a distractor, and that's it. They don't actually care about mental health. Otherwise, why would they start cutting on the government's spending on that sort of thing? Why would they do that if they actually cared about mental health? This guy's cute. The armory guy? This duder?
How's it going?
I can see how you'd say that, yeah. Not really my thing, but... He is incredibly helpful. This guy is, the guy I mostly talk to when it comes to actually upgrading stuff. Pretty chill, too. Let's see about some new outfits, because we got some outfits. Again, they don't give a shit about people, and they just want the damn funds. Yeah. What's your thing, then? You see, I'm a furry. There we go. That's not a bad outfit. Let's see. Preview. Not bad. Very tribal. Chrome metal. Skull. Just add a skull to your face. This guy's definitely not it. Aserios Eurototus. Bishatin Bareth. What's our new outfit? Oh god. I remember trying to source some material for this trench coat here. I absolutely love it. It looks so cool. I don't know what it is, but it feels like that thing would be ridiculously warm and fluffy. I tried to get the materials for it, but I only ever found one sample, and I wasn't able to actually identify what it was to order it. Oh, it was unfortunate. Shalov. Has one hell of an armor set. Kaiser, Bagel Goose, Kabushi, and Narwa. Crimson Velstrax. We've already got the actual equipment for that, so that's not exactly needed. Incredibly fluffy and cuddly. The warmest. That's not a bad outfit. Sure, we'll pick up this one. We got plenty of Mizutsune bits, so we might as well. Okay, we have a lot of Mizutsune bits, actually. Oh, we only need, like, one part of it, and we can make... Oh, no. Do we?
Thank you kindly.
Yee.
Got everything you need.
Let's pick up the Mizutsune armor, layered armor at least. Give it something to look fancy with, you know? Oh, wait, that's Anjanath. There's Mizutsune. God, I remember, back in Monster Hunter Generations, I absolutely loved the Mizutsune outfit for that. Because I was playing a light bowgunner, a very agile type of playstyle.
Leave it to me.
And the ability behind it. I feel very behind in life right now because I don't do hookups with, like, a lot of people. Hey, that's absolutely fair. Everybody has their own methods of finding love, you know? Yeah, it's weird, isn't it? Let's switch to Mizu. There we go. Yeah! We got little bunny ears. I really don't know why. But, you know, never let expectations dictate what you do. Hey, fair enough. Whatever you feel like doing. There is no shame in it. Laura knows I know that feeling pretty well. It took me forever to figure out that, hey, asexuality is a thing. Yeah, I know. It's weird, but never let people shit on you for that, you know? Yeah, bunny ears. There we go. Frickin' Monster Hunter's Canteen animations are the best. Gotta play them at least once every single time. Every single time. Because they are gorgeous. Let's see. So we need to make sure that we have all the equipment we need. Any other equipment that we need to grind for, really? I guess we could just finish up that last tier. She's savage. Truly horrifying. Terrifying creature. Hunters, honestly, in these games should be considered terrifying. These people go after some ridiculous things. Right, I need to hunt down some more of these things. We can do that pretty easily. Is that a hat dog? Yes. You see, in addition to having your own armor sets, you have armor sets for your buddies. If I go to the buddy board, change equipment, Palamute. You can easily switch what kind of equipment they have, and there are all sorts. The cute guy again. Unfortunately, cute guy here, Nakago, doesn't handle buddy armor. Instead, Buddy Smithy Kojiri does. Forge Palamute equipment. So you got such interesting sets as like the Kimura set, the default one, which just gives him a nice little like bandana thing there. You can make it tribal. There's quite a few really good canine armors. Yeah. Even his voice is nice. It's a kitty that makes armor, yes. Not only is it a kitty that makes armor, it's a kitty that makes armor for doggos and kitties. Iser. We should probably make Valstrax gear for our Palamute. Mostly so that he has it. But yeah, you can also forge Palico armor. So this is the Valstrax equipment for the cat. The Basil Goose. Ibushi. Oh god, it gives him a little cloud. That's freaking great. Palicos are pretty much, they've got some interesting armor sets. Some amusing ones. Feline Puppeteer. Arachnakadaki, Diablos. There's all sorts of armor sets for these pals here. Depending on what you're after, you know. Oh my god, that's amazing. I'm sorry, what? I'm gonna draw Branch. A prototype for an automated weapon requires a palette and some further fine-tuning. Avant-garde, high-fashion headgear. I've actually discovered I'm demisexual, so basically I'm not attracted sexually to anyone I don't... Yeah, exactly. That's cool. I'm glad you've discovered something about yourself. Lord knows I had some real issues before figuring out that asexuality was a thing. You know, when I first heard the term, I realized, oh, okay, that's actually what I am. Oh, thank fuck, I'm not screwed over. Ugh. That sort of thing. Torso wear that's on trend could do with a function to regulate temperature inside. I don't know where the hell their frickin' internal organs go in this thing. Huh. Yeah. Absolutely nothing wrong with being demisexual or asexual. Excellent. We got some more gear. That's exactly what we needed. Palamute do have some interesting gear types available to them. Let's scroll. Okay, then. I don't know what that does. But they're mostly just there to be, like, helpful. It's magical. Being gay is magical. Yes, the arcane symbol that is the rainbow. I don't remember if we can actually apply layered armors to our pals here. Can we apply layered armors to our pals? We can. Ooh. Is there anything that looks nice? Incredible about sex. Well, you know, they're absolutely incorrect. It's really weird how that kind of just became the idea that conservatives latched onto. I don't know why they did. Pretty much, yeah. It's not like we're, like, vastly different. The only difference is who we're into, and that's about it. Canine Sinister. Ooh, that's real spooky. Traitor. Okay, that's adorable. Nice hat, buddy. Canine Jelly. Okay, then. What the hell? Looks ready and raring to go. Okay, then. That's a strange outfit. Noga, Rathlos, Mizutsune. Ooh, that actually looks really nice. What the hell is Narga? Narga turns him into a ninja doggo. Makes sense. You know, I'm feeling the Mizutsune right now. Sure, we'll do that. It doesn't change the armor on the underside of it, but still. Because they can latch it on, yeah. That whole grooming thing that conservatives have latched onto, I don't get it. They're using it in all the wrong ways. And then they refuse to use it. When, like, literal, actual grooming is happening in front of them. Although I must say, it is kind of funny. They can accuse any... Yeah, I find it hilarious that they're, so goddamn hypocritical about it, because... You remember when that, one conservative, guy got... The new conservative guy got kicked out because he mentioned... Hey, yeah, so I mean, like... I was kind of invited to a bunch of, cocaine-fueled orgies by Republicans, so I mean... That's a little weird. It's not in their interest, my guy. Yeah. I don't know. I wish that people would be a lot more honest about their political opinions. It feels like a lot of people just sort of say whatever is most convenient to them at the moment. Enchanting Parade sounds interesting. I wonder if anybody's doing it. It's possible. I don't know what sort of reward it has for us. So it goes from Great Roggy to Mizutsune to Apex Mizutsune. Okay. Makes sense. I'd like it to not be that way, you know? I like to be able to trust my politicians. It makes things so much easier. Of course, the frickin' Nazis aren't gonna be honest about themselves, but still. It'd be nice. Even the devil's more trustworthy than politicians. I'd like to think that the NDP representatives are a little more trustworthy. But I'm not entirely sure. So far, their platforms are stuff that I like. They seem to be doing their best to do stuff that I do like. They're not really trying to pull some disgusting shit. Should probably put some ballistae back here. Just a little something something. Oh, really? I see. Fair enough. Defender ballista. Definitely one over there. Definitely gonna want a defender ballista over there. I don't need a religion to express my faith. Yeah, fair enough. You can have faith in a lot of things. Religion is just one of them. They usually like to pretend that they're the only thing that you can have faith in.
They're coming.
Here comes the Horde. Exactly.
I won't let anything
Do your best even if everybody around you isn't. Alright, let's deal with this Kezu real quick. Creepy ass bugger. There we go. Stunned another monster. Because I don't want this thing to have any chance of doing damage to the gates. A lot of things, I assume. Lord knows there's a lot of things I hate them for. Yeah, pretty much. Well, the problem is, they don't have another argument. That's the thing. There's a reason they use religion as every single argument they have. It's because it is their argument. And that's it. Supposed to? No. Do? All the time. They know that if they use their religion, that it will get them votes, so that's what they use. And honestly, I don't mind if it's not using religion inherently that annoys me. It's using religion for doing shitty things that are, like, specifically against what the religion espouses. There's the separation of church and state. If they use, like, religion to try to do stuff like, hey, let's have healthcare for all. You know, Medicare for all, that sort of thing. Because Jesus would want us to do this. He wants us to help our fellow man and all that. I would be 100% for that. If it's expedient to getting good shit done, then excellent. I don't really care if it's religion used for that. The problem is that they're using religion for horrible shit, like, you know, we need to take away your rights, just because, you know, Jesus wouldn't want you aborting a fetus, would he? Look at that, it's life, and all that sort of shit. Even though, I mean, religion doesn't have anything to say on that sort of thing, because, like, when was the Bible written again? It wasn't written when abortion was around. Contraception, yes, but not abortion. As far as I'm aware. I don't know. I think, as long as it's effective in bringing about good stuff, I think that's probably when I'm okay with religion being used. Which is incredibly rare. I know. And that's part of the reason why I hate religion and politics right now. Because they use it as like a non sequitur. Really? Okay then. That's interesting. I was unaware of that. Do our damage with our boy. Do as much damage as possible with this. Okay. I'll deal with it. Hopefully that'll keep these things off of us. Install a barrel bomb, or I guess a bamboo bomb. Let's see if I can land that kunai. Nope, okay then. That's fine. I'll deal with that. Some schmucks in the 50s decides to change pedophile to homosexual in some passages. Of course they did. Is anyone surprised? Not really. Not really. God damn it. It is wild how slight changes can echo forward into the future and magnify so dramatically. I don't know if those schmucks even had ill intent when they did that. Maybe it was like a genuine mistake or something. It could have very well been. But now it's all about anti-gay shit. Such is life, I suppose. Mistakes are made, constantly. And we just kind of have to work with it, right? Or at least do our best with what we got. We don't have Wyvern Fire. Huh. Well, then, fair enough, screw them. If their entire purpose was to try to instill further homophobia, then yeah, screw them. They deserve to be tossed into the trash bin of history where they belong. There we go, that'll help quite a bit. Ow. Come on, let me, yep. There we go. It's not approaching. Interesting. Come on. There we go. That's what I was waiting for. That's what I've been waiting for. Let's see if we can land another stun on this. There we go. Get the stuns in. Yeah, it's a little shitty. I really hope that in the future these things go the same way that homosexuality did. Where it slowly became more and more acceptable as people became less and less homophobic. And those who just retained their homophobia became more and more closeted about it. Ironically enough. Break its face. Break this one's face. And do our damage. Excellent. And I'll deal with that. Alright, we should probably land a Thunder Barrel Bomb here. That'll help out a little bit. Just a wee bit. Because, like, yeah, I don't know. How do I put this? It is fascinating how homosexuality became a more acceptable thing. And then because it became acceptable, people started getting a little interesting with their opinions.
They're getting serious.
How do I put it? Because, like, there's decent amounts of anti-trans gay people, which is unfortunate, but I hope that changes. I'm not picking up my weapons. I need to use my my stunning ability here. I still need to stun some things. There we go. Now we can go ham with our weapon. And repel some things with it. You know, there's a new Exanima update in the beta branch for new weapon handling and a lot of stuff. Ooh, that could be nice. I'll make sure to have the beta installed by the time we do the Exanima day. It's almost in a few days. Oh, well, okay then. Still, it could land tomorrow. If it is there by tomorrow, I will do my best to install it. Because I do want that really badly. New weapon handling sounds like it could be interesting. You know what I mean? Come on, Anjanath, get back here. You're not getting out of this. There we go. Ow. Basically, the way a weapon looks is gonna mean everything. Oh boy. Add a decor hitbox. There we go. Yeah, this one's got a little pendant on it. It does a little bit of impact damage every time you hit with it. Just bonk him with it. It's fine. Alright, let's quickly redouble our defenses here. Using the power kiln should help us out quite a bit in making sure everything is repaired. Excellent, we got some, okay. Not what I meant, but okay, we can replace that. This should work well. If it looks like it's a hook, it's gonna hit like a hook. I see. That does sound interesting. I'm not sure how you get a game to act that way, but okay. Could be good. Could be good. Replace this installation with something a little nasty. This one here. Make sure we're fully healed. Line it up. Flaming beam. It's their own engine. Yeah, still. I mean, like on a back end thing, because it's nice that they have their own engine and they can do that sort of thing with it. I'm just not sure how you do that, because you'd have to have some sort of like automatic detection for that sort of thing, right? Or at least some sort of like classification. They can do anything.
We're almost there, everyone.
Computers aren't very smart. The people running and making these people, or making these computers do things are. The computers themselves, no. Do our damage, hopefully knock it back a bit. Or not, that's fine. God, this thing is hard to land shots on the head on. Okay! It also does a lot of damage. Noted. Up here, we got our ballista back. Knock this thing out of the sky. Hopefully. Back that thing up. Every hit is not fixed damage or fixed range. That is true. I don't doubt that it's incredibly complicated. It's very complex. Absolutely. Yeah, I thought there was a bomb on us. Want to make sure that doesn't stick around enough. But yeah, I'm not sure how the hell that would work. It's impressive as hell, don't get me wrong, if it actually works. I just don't know how it works. All that work into one little tester game. I really hope their actual game that they're working on making works out well. I really hope. Pop their bubbles. Okay, those are some big bubbles. Let's fire that Dragonator. We need it. Do as much Dragonator damage as we can. Do our damage while it's sitting here. There we go. Now we go on to the next area. I gotta wonder what the code looks like behind the scenes, you know? I bet it looks really funky. Given the developer, I wouldn't be shocked if it's a little spaghetti-ish. You know? Alright, they're through. Into the next area.
United, we stand strong.
Sub some Defender Ballistae. Some defender cannons. Alright, Fugi. I'm calling on you. There we go. Heading to bed? Alright, thank you very much for stopping by. I always appreciate it. I hope you have a wonderful rest, and I hope your dreams are good. 2:45 from me, so... Yeah, fair enough. Have a wonderful night. Thank you very much for stopping by, even if this isn't Xanima or the usual stuff. God damn it, let me fire the shot. We just need to fire the nuke, it's fine. There we go, fired. There we go. You just gotta hit him hard enough, you know? Well, I appreciate it. I do greatly appreciate it for you sticking around. Hope you have a wonderful night, even if it is like 2:45. Boy, we gotta get it back in there. Alright, we can summon Yomogian. That will definitely help. Come on, summon the chef. She's got a gun, so I mean, she's fine. She'll be fine. Back off. Well, she's having fun. Got absolutely flattened again. God damn it. Harry's be like.
Somebody do something.
Here we go. Right back in. God damn, this Mizutsune is kicking my ass. Probably because I'm not actually countering it. Dragon bait. I'm glad they broke its face, though. That is nice. Hey, we interrupted it. Nice. That's an excellent thing to see. Do our damage. 1,899 damage. Okay. Sure, game. We can do our damage pretty well. Plus, we're getting the assistance of the installations, so there's that benefit as well. Come on, circle around. That's still not ready to go yet, so we're just gonna have to work with it. Ow, help. Give him a nice flash so that it can't do anything. Well, he's blinded a bit. Ow. Summon Atsushi. He'll be fine. There we go. Can't be silk. Can't be silk bound, but it still did a decent amount of damage. I'm surprised Atsushi does that sort of thing. I'd assume it to just be a rapid slash ability, rather than actual like latch on type deal. I guess it does make sense. Silk binding for a ninja and all that. What are you doing? Ah, you're attacking the gate. Okay, well, that's fine. I need to heal, so there's that. Wait, there's more targets being noted? Okay, that's not good. I hope that it's dealt with by the installations. I'd rather not have to deal with them myself, honestly. What are you doing, Mizutsune? If we could just break its tail, that might help out a little bit. Ow. Okay, I can't wire bug right now. Lovely.
They're too strong.
There we go, interrupted. There we go, full on severed tail. That'll certainly help out a little bit. Let's line this thing up to be like this. That'll get it to do some damage, hopefully quite a bit of it too. There we go, that'll trip every time it passes over them. That's still charging, so we can't really do anything about it. We're just gonna go full ham into it. Uh-oh. Yeah. I realized the danger way too late. God damn it. Alright, we're getting in. Doing our damage. Good. More parts broken is always nice. You love to see it. You love to see it. God, this thing is freaky as hell. I love it so much. The sheer weird factor of it. It's got... Wait, why are its sclera blue? Huh. Wonder why it's sclera blue. That's not usual. That's very abnormal, actually. Let's quickly boost the power kiln so that we can actually do this. Hopefully that'll kick up the cooldown times. Or I guess kick down the cooldown times? Hello, Deadly OO Dreams. Nice to have you. Welcome. Welcome to Monster Hunter Rise.
Are you okay?
I'm just getting my ass handed to me.
Protect that gate with your life!
How you doing? If you don't mind me asking. Alright, we need to go full whole hog in there. Obliterate with our weaponry. Ideally. You're good? Just spent all my points, let's go! I'm not doing too bad. Not doing too bad at all. Just kinda doing some Monster Hunter because why not? There we go. One Apex Mizu down. Poor thing. What's new with you, Deadly OO? Seems like a fun game. Oh, it is an amazing game. I'm hoping to play Sunbreak the moment it comes out, because it is a ridiculously fun game. Have you ever played this series of games before, or perhaps never seen this game before? Lord knows I'm more than happy to try to drag people into the Monster Hunter hole. The hole that is trying to play Monster Hunter. Not much. I finished Sucker for Love today and I'm sad it's over. Also, I have not. No. Fair enough. Not much new. Never heard of Sucker for Love. And might I interest you in this in this game where you hunt monsters? With its interesting design decisions and its ridiculously good gameplay. Oh, well, an A because we fainted thrice, but, well, it is what it is. It is an adorable pupper. Monster Hunter is pretty well known for its really good... Mew? Okay, then. For its really good designs. Both in monster, character, and weaponry designs. Monster Hunter is a game... It's similar to, like... So you know how Dark Souls bosses are? Where it's, like, one really big beastie, and you gotta take it out. Or, I guess, one really big monstrosity that you have to go take out. and you focus entirely on that thing. It's got a lot of health, it can do a lot of damage, that sort of thing, but you can dodge roll and all that. I know that's a bit of a mouthful, I apologize. Well, Monster Hunter, my computer would throw a fit over this game, but it's definitely really pretty. It does, I think I'm on like, high graphic settings? Let me check. Display. Average graphic settings. There's probably a potato mod as well, somewhere around there. We should probably get Kato some new equipment. He deserves it, you know? Some Valstrax scrap. Well, we can always make it. Yeah, equip it. We need to make some scrap, though. Not too hard to do. So, as I was saying, you know how Monster Hunter, or sorry, let me reset my brain. Dark Souls and like Elden Ring have that one big boss. Well, Monster Hunter is basically entirely that. It is nothing but boss fights, and that's it. There is no fetch quests. There is no trash mobs. Well, technically there are a couple fetch quests, but they're entirely optional. You don't have to do them. It is boss fights distilled, refined. It is an incredibly good time if you're into that sort of thing. Alta shirt? Wait, what? That's actually kind of funny. I like that. Naha glasses and a Naha suit. Frickin' stylish. Palico equipment. We should probably use our Palico for a bit. We've been using the Palamute for the longest time, so... Let's set up some layered armor so we got something that it can wear. Okay. The idea of Monster Hunter is you go out with these ridiculously big weapons. There's about 14 of them at the moment. And you go out and hunt monsters. Go figure. Take those monster parts, filter them back in to make better equipment, and go out to hunt bigger monsters. That is basically the gameplay loop of this series. But they have refined it ridiculously well. That's a really nice Kaiser outfit. They have put a lot of effort into trying to make the world pretty cohesive. Like, yeah, there's these massive monstrosities that you gotta go out and hunt, but there's like people who research these things. They go out and see what the hell is going on with this monster. Let's go with Almadron, actually. Because it makes it look funky. It has one freaky looking Kato. So, like, you start off at the bottom with, in this game, it's the Izuchi. Palico, Kato, Doggo. Okay. So that means that we're going to pull out Kato every time we go into a hunt. You start off with Great Izuchi, and then you move up to, I think the next one is... Actually, I'll just look it up.
What would you like to do? Here's the question.
Yeah, you start off with, like, Izuchi, then to Aknasom, then Kuliaku, Great Baggy, that sort of stuff. You can pick which ones you want to hunt, which ones you don't want to hunt, that sort of stuff. Then you go up to Tier 2. I apologize if I don't talk too much. I'm here just working on Twitch stuff while listening. That is absolutely fine. I don't mind if you don't want to talk. That's absolutely fine. Or if you're too busy to talk. Either way. And then you go up to, like, I don't know, Bishatin. Or the Puke Puke. Stuff like that. And eventually, you slowly work your way up through the ranks until you reach higher rank. I'm vibing. Well, I hope they're good vibes. Just vibing is absolutely fine. You go up to things like Gosharag, the Magnamalo, Almadron, things like that. You slowly build up in difficulty, equipping better gear, new gear, different elemental weapons, figuring out all the tips and like little things that you can do with your weapon to make it a little more effective. And eventually you get up to the point where you're fighting what are referred to as Elder Dragons, things like the Chameleos, the Elder Dragon that spits poison and goes invisible,
Please take your time.
Pishala Deora, the Dragon of the Winds.
Is what Hinoa always says.
Teostra, aka the Boom Kitty. Or, hell, one of my most amusing ones, or the ones that I find the most amusing, rather. Rajang, the one that's not actually an Elder Dragon, is just a beast that is Rage Incarnate, funneled into a monkey. There's a lot of challenge quests that exist. They're all pretty good.
Until next time.
It is a great game to play if you like Dark Souls bosses. Wondering if anybody's doing Apex Zinogre. The doggo that's got a symbiotic relationship with creatures called Fulgur bugs. Lightning bugs that are actually lightning bugs, like literal lightning bugs. They shoot lightning. They charge up. Not exactly the nicest of bugs. Okay, nobody's doing the quest, so we'll just take the quest ourselves and send out a joint request. There we go.
Good luck out there.
Ah yes, one other thing that I need to show you, if you've never played this game, as I'm sure Inbound Whisper would agree, I have to show you the Canteen Animations. Because every single one of them is absolutely amazing. Even way back when they had, like, PS2 graphics, they were amazing nonetheless. Here we go. It is a gorgeous one. I know, right? There we go. Monster Hunter World had 2 separate ones. I'm really hoping they do two separate ones when Sunbreak comes out. World had the Meowster Chef, if I remember. No, sorry, it wasn't Meowster Chef. It was Meowscular. Stop! I have a big stupid smile now. They had the Meowscular Chef, which was you gotta do them quests if you want them gains, brother. You want them meats? You gotta go on this hunt, brother. Give me that Zinogre steak. That sort of thing. As well as the Grand Meowther, who was the over the top. Think like, how do I put this? Grand Meowther was like the archetype of cozy grandmother that's just sort of hanging out, happy to overfeed her grandchildren type deal. She was precious too. I think 4 generations had the... I don't remember her name, but her thing was fondue and kebabs. And I don't remember the rest before that, unfortunately. But every single one of these games has a absolutely wonderful canteen animation. Hello, Apex Zinogre. This thing is pretty vicious. It's not exactly light-handed, or I guess light-pawed. It likes to do a lot of flippy-dippy shit. It also likes to use Fulgur bugs in large quantities to give all of its attacks a electrical charge. So all that lightning that's shooting around and all those little lights going on, those are all because of the Fulgur bugs on it. Uh-oh, that's a problem. The main difference between these fights and Dark Souls bosses is that you have a lot more health and your armor actually works. Your armor is not tissue paper, given it is actually made out of the monsters you're hunting. That's fine. No damage because of the dodge roll. Let's see what he's gonna do. Okay. And his ball lightning, unlike the regular Zinogre, actually sticks to the ground, so it sticks around rather than going right past. Yeah, okay, big whiffs. But yeah. That's basically Monster Hunter in a nutshell. Highly recommended, at least in my opinion. It is a really fun game. World especially. I'm gotta work on thumbnails for the Sucker for Love VOD since I plan on making that a collection on my page. Still sad it's over. You haven't told me what Sucker for Love is, because I don't honestly know what that is. I assume it's some sort of like visual novel type thing. But that's kind of the only guess that I got. I'm gonna look at it once I have my PC. What is it doing? Okay, that's fine. It can sort of just flop its tail if it wants. Do a big swing. Oh god, that's lightning. Okay, nope. I do happen to know what Doki Doki is, yes. The visual novel that's actually a horror game in disguise. What are you doing, big gay? Okay. Just that claw, that's it. He's gonna slam. Okay. Thank you, ma'am. Ate that one to the face. Okay, he's gonna do it again, isn't he? No, he's not. Okay. Well, thank you, Kato. I appreciate you trying to put a trap down. Oh, no, that's the healing flowers. That's nice. Much obliged. That'll create a little area of healing for us. There we go. Go right for it. Right pass. There we go. So is Sucker for Love like some sort of a Doki Doki inspired type game? Where it's a horror game hidden inside of a visual novel? It is a lot like that, but with eldritch gods that are destroying reality. Let's do their rituals in exchange for a smooch. Oh. Well, okay then. I see. I mean, I guess that makes sense. Definitely similar. Hey, fair enough. I've never been too keen on visual novel games myself, but hey, as long as you enjoyed it, right? What are you doing, Zin? A big ol' uppercut, that's absolutely fine. Okay, we definitely need to recover. Oh yeah, that's what the dragon element is coming from. I forgot that the... Right. Valstrax's armor has a weird effect to it. I've been enjoying them lately because my computer tolerates them better than most games. Yeah, I imagine so. Renpai and all that is a lot less taxing than things like Monster Hunter. Monster Hunter is not exactly kind to the graphics card, you know? Gree. I should probably scoot up the text box. Ow! Surprise! Flash! You'd think that a creature that uses, like, thunderbolts would be immune to flashing, but no. No, he's just as shocked as the rest of us. Sadly, there is no Flash Bro here in this game. In World, they had the ZZ Yaku, related to the Kulu Yaku, which was also nicknamed Flash Bro, because it was basically a monster that its whole thing is out. That it had these photophores on its head. Gary. Yes. It had little photophores on the side of its head, sort of like the photographer's flash. So it would run in, randomly just decide, I don't like that monster, and give him a flash for you. Like he's some sort of paparazzi. I miss Flash Bro already. But, I am ridiculously hyped for the DLC that's coming out for this game. Monster Hunter has only really done 2 DLCs so far. Usually they used to do the Pokemon method, where they'd release another game with updates to it and additions to it. But ever since World, they've started putting out DLCs. For World, they had Iceborne, which was pretty freaking good. And for Rise, they have the DLC Sunbreak coming out, which introduces such monsters as Malzeno, the vampire dragon. Doing the swing, okay. I flubbed the dodge on that, but that's absolutely fine. No, Jesus, he aimed ahead of me. Okay. I forgot that monsters can do that. Big swings. Jeez, chill out there, buddy. They're introducing Malzeno. They're also introducing a few new monsters. One of which is clearly werewolf inspired, since it's a gigantic wolf thing, who, when enraged, goes by Beetle. Woo and all that. And I think the other one was called Ground Golem or something like that. I don't know what it's based off of, but it's some sort of like stone elephant thing. Which I'm curious to see if it's similar to another one of the elephants they made. The Gammoth, way back when. Because if it is, then that's going to be a little interesting to see what sort of like ecology people come up with it for it. Words are hard. Alright, let's actually grab some, let's restock our supplies real quick. Make sure that we got it. Make sure that we got all the required materials to actually hunt this thing. I know, right? It is surprisingly hard to do words. Words are funky. I get the feeling that I'm not using the right weapon for this thing. Primarily because, well, this armor has a side effect. Unfortunately. And that would be that its Crimson Glow of Alstrax's armor causes you to gain Dragon Element randomly. Which specifically causes you to lose your elemental damage on your weaponry. So it is weak to ice. Okay. Is there a more... God damn it, me. Is there a weapon that deals more damage in exchange for no elemental type? The Tsar does. Undying Light does a lot of damage. Can anything beat 220? Axe of Wisdom isn't bad. Alright, we're doing the Undying Light. Angry Monkey Axe. Rajang. The thing I'm really interested to see how the hell Malzeno works. Because, okay, so Malzeno has a similar style, or not style, similar thing to Zinogre. Zinogre has a symbiotic relationship with Fulgurbugs. The Fulgurbugs feed off of whatever Zinogre kills. In exchange, Zinogre kills things for the Fulgurbugs to feed off of. You know, circle of life. Malzeno is an Elder Dragon, clearly, because it's shaped really weirdly. And distinctions usually come with specific shapes. So the question is, because Malzeno's thing is that it's got a symbiotic relationship with a bunch of leech-like flying creatures that drain blood, how exactly does that relationship work, given it is an Elder Dragon? The only other creatures I know of that have a symbiotic relationship in combat are both Beast Wyverns. That being Brachydios, the nuclear brawler. And Zinogre, this thing. Brachydios with a mold on its fists that is explosive. And Zinogre with the Foggerbugs that live in its fur. Hey, we broke its charge state. Good. That'd actually break its tail off. So I guess the question is, how the hell does an Elder Dragon form a symbiosis? Because Monster Hunter really likes to keep relatively realistic with its fantasy creatures. Yeah, you've always got that silly aspect of it, like, oh, this thing harnesses lightning. Or, hey, we're fighting against the Crimson Fatalis. This thing summons meteors. Screw it. But for the most part, they like to keep at least some sort of believability to it. Like, for example, the Barroth has got really shovel-like claws because it is an anteater. It specifically eats ants, so it needs those claws to dig out burrows and hills, that sort of thing. Let's see. If I were to drop down an Escargot, that should give us a spot to heal from. Just a little something. To help support Vesper as well. Lord knows I need the heals. Because I keep getting hit, so... Or like, a lot of prey animals have their eyes to the side. Although I guess not the wyverns, do they? No, Diablos has got its eyes on the front, but it's an herbivore. Duramboros, a humped monstrosity that uses its tail like a club, has its eyes to the front, I think. I wonder what's up with that. They usually like to do more realistic designs than really weird, funky ones. They don't really have many just literally a dragon type creatures. I almost said characters, as if the Elder Dragons were characters, and not just species of creature. Just trying to input my damage because I don't think I can actually cut its tail very well. Do our damage. And then immediately get punished for it because I was sloppy about it. Let's latch onto it, shall we? Or not. I was hoping to latch on. Switch axes have a ability where they can basically just stick to a monster's body parts and then immediately inject explosives directly into them. Really funky. Really effective though, assuming that you're not on that part when it attacks with it, since it does not make you immune to damage. There we go, like this. Yeah, that's nice, buddy. Kaboom. Gotta get the big booma, you see. What's it doing? Okay, it's just slamming forward, that's fine. Heal up so we can get back into it. God, this thing is tough. Why won't you die? Oh god, hi Rajang. Just what we needed. Hi, let me get your attention real quick. Angie monkey. Literally just a monkey. Come here, monkey. I need you. No? You're not coming? Alright, well, I mean, I guess I'll force the issue. Monkey! Hello! Come on, monkey. Get over here. What I'm trying to do is I'm trying to lure this thing over towards the Zinogre. That's nice, Rajang. Why don't you come after me? Okay, he refuses to come over. That's unfortunate, but you know, it is what it is. Deliver our damage. Slash away. So I mentioned that there were 14 weapon classes in this game. All told, there are only, I think, 3 ranged weapons out of them. Yeah, there's the light, heavy bow guns and the bow for ranged options, but everything else is melee. You've got the sword and shield, that's your standard sword and board. Literally, it's the size of your general sword and shield, which makes it dinky as hell, but it is jack of all trades, master of none. Ridiculously good at being versatile. It can do bludgeoning damage, it can do slashing damage, it can block, it can move pretty quickly. It doesn't need to worry about all that much. You've got its counterpart, the Greatsword, which is jack of no trades, master of one, and that is damage, and that's about it. It's a gut-style Greatsword, big as hell, think slab of metal. Think Buster Sword, but, you know, bulkier, thicker, chunkier. Its whole thing is that it does big numbers, but it's slow as hell. You gotta do background checks on every single one of your attacks. It takes a very long time to do anything with it, but once it does do something, it's terrifying. Oh, hi, Rajang! Nice to see ya! Monkey. Crud. Well, there goes Zinogre. After that, you got the longsword. Longsword is a weeb's wet dream. It is a long sword. It's a katana, usually. This thing, well, it swings wide, it swings fast. You're able to pull some weird combos with it. In addition to that, it also has the ability called Helm Breaker. Sorry, Spirit Helm Breaker. There's a difference there. Basically, it makes it so that you do a stab. If you hit it, you launch yourself up in the air. And when you land, you draw a line on the screen. Ow. It doesn't matter how far away that thing is, so long as it is covered by the line, it is hit by the cut. Who knows how the hell that works, but it does, apparently. It's also got counters. It's basically the go-to for DPS characters. If you're looking for damage per second, your longsword is probably what you're going for. You've got the dual blades, the other anime fans' wet dream. You've got 2 swords. You got very little in the way of damage. It does even less damage than the sword and board, if I remember correctly. But you have access to an ability called Demon Mode, which increases your run speed, increases your dodge traits, makes it so they last longer, makes it so they go further, all that sort of stuff. And the dual blades, even without Demon Mode, is pretty freaking agile. You don't really have to worry about getting hit. While your damage is negligible, you do a lot of attacks, and your attacks have very low commitment to them. You can basically throw them out without any consequences. After that, we're looking at the Lance, one of the slowest weapons around, only second to its cousin. The Lance is a gigantic stick. It is not what Vesper is using. Vesper is using something else. But basically what it is you sit there with your shield and you poke the monster. That's about it. I mean, you could do some more fancy moves with it, but that would make it so you're not blocking constantly. And blocking, in Monster Hunter, is a little ridiculous if you spec for it. Because you can block basically anything if you spec for it. That's a nice gigantic explosion that you're doing. It's a real shame I have my shield up. Oh, a meteor! Well, it's a good thing I have my shield up. That sort of idea. It literally block giant fireballs the size of a small car. Ow. What Vesper is using is the gun lance, the slower but stronger cousin to the lance. It is the lance, except it also has a gun built into it. And gun by Monster Hunter standards, not by real-world standards. So that basically means a cannon. You have the ability to shoot small bullets from it, but that doesn't really matter because the more important thing you can do is that you can basically point your gun lance at something, charge it up with complete with a little light forming at the tip, and explode violently for big damage and big part break, meaning that you can break arms, legs, all sorts of things on the monster. How you do that without breaking your own arms or legs, I don't know. It is an absolute mystery. We got the Switch Axe, which I'm using. Its idea is basically to try to switch between Axe mode and Sword mode, each having their own benefits and downsides. Sword being a very weirdly slow attack, but also high damage, as well as being able to explode on enemies, as well as the whole latch-on thing. And Axe mode being way more agile, but not doing quite as much damage. In addition to that, Switch Axes usually have files which change what type of damage you do when you are charged up. Very nice to have. Usually it either just boosts the elemental damage or adds like aftershocks behind it, stuff like that. Its cousin, the... what was it called? Switchblade or something like that? Same idea, but instead of doing the explosions by sticking the sword into an enemy or latching onto them and then sticking the sword into an enemy, instead what it does is it will basically just make explosions on the ground. You make trails of explosions. And instead of the axe being the standard for what you're usually in, charging up and all that, it's usually the sword that you're in with the switchblade. In addition, it also has a shield. So there is that. There is... which one's amazing? Right, I'm missing the blunt weapons. How could I forget? I mained one of those in the world. There's the hunting horn, which is a combat bard. The devs like to call them a support class, but that is absolutely wrong. That is a dead lie. Every hunting horn main can agree with me. We are not a support class. We are the combat class. Basically, you're wielding a gigantic set of bagpipes, and you use said bagpipes to beat the crap out of a monster. While you're doing so, you are also hitting notes in order to play songs which buff your allies, so I guess that is sorta supporty, but that is not the entirety of the class. Beat the crap out of a monster's face with your guitar or your lyre or whatever. It doesn't really matter. Just beat the crap out of them with it. Oh, I don't have a lobby. Let me create that. It'll help with quests. There we go. And that means that I have to refresh my lobby ID that I have listed. God damn it. Lobby settings. Copy that. Let me quickly change the ID. There we go. What else? Right, the hammer. The less fancy hunting horn. The hammer is basically a hunting horn in which you beat the crap out of your opponent's face with a blunt stick. Usually a club of some sort. It is the premier weapon for stunning monsters, knocking them flat on their ass, basically. Making it so they have a rough time actually getting back up. Cover this, 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 cover this. Insect glaive. You have a bug and you have a stick. The glaive, you launch yourself up into the air, sending your little friend bug over to harry your opponent, usually a monster. You're trying to collect a few colors, which will give you little buffs, But your main thing when you're playing Insect Glaive is just staying off the ground. There's some funky ones, but Iron Bayonet, okay then. Literally just a gun to mark them. That's basically what it is. If we're looking at the Greatsword, yeah, these things are freaking huge. Ungodly big. If I switch my equipment to it, Undying Light, to the Greatsword, let's see, yeah, they're freaking huge. They're big weapons. Not exactly something you want to mess around with. Long swords, also really freaking long. Look at the length of this blade. You can't even... You can barely fit the entirety of it into it. Freaking huge. Sword and shield? It's literally just a sword and shield. Dual blades, you've got the... this will do better. 2 blades, as I mentioned. Yeah. Lance, looks like this. Pretty freaking tall. The Lance has some great range. Highly recommend it if you want to play a very turtley type build. A gun lance does fold in half, because it's got a gun in it. And you gotta reload that somehow, right? Hammers! Big bonkers. Real big bonkers. Real humongous bonkers. Hunting horn. Usually it's a bagpipe. It could also be chimes or whatever the hell this thing is. My personal favorite, the Switch X right now. Bonkers, indeed. Charge Blade, as I mentioned, it's got the sword... Oh, no, Charge Blade is the sword and shield, and then... Yeah, no, I got that right, actually, never mind. It was, I said Switchblade, but Charge Blade is what it's actually called. There we go. Insect Glaives. You got a little bug on your friend. You got a friend. You have a friend. Kinsects used to be a lot more obnoxious to kit out, but they kind of streamlined that a bit. Light bowgun. What is the light bowgun? The light bowgun is you have an assault rifle. These things are very mobile. They are very solid at taking quick shots at something. In addition, they have special ammos. Specifically, special ammo works as follows. Let's see if I can find it. Nope. Okay. Is it set to normal ammo? Basically what they do is they specialize in a specific ammo type. Usually only one, although some have 2 or 3. Whenever you fire that ammo type, you get way more for bang for your buck. Basically, like, say you have a specialty in Poison 1. Let's go with that. A specialty in Poison 1. If you have Poison 1, and you fire that, you might get 2 or 3 shots for every shot you make with that poisonous ammo. But the moment you switch off of that to, like, piercing ammo, you only get 1 shot per. That's it. Heavy bowgun doesn't have that sort of property, but it is freaking huge. You're now holding a cannon that folds in half. These things usually have a funky amount of damage. They do a lot of damage, but they're not very mobile. They're the great sort of ranged weapons. They fire a lot of ammo pretty quickly. I think they have a little bit of a faster fire rate than the light bowgun, but the light bowgun can actually dodge, unlike the heavy bowgun. So you got that. They used to have it so that you could attach shields to it. I don't know if you can still do that, but that is a thing. And finally, we have the bow. A foldable bow. I don't know how the hell that works, but okay, we'll work with it, you know? Bow is exactly what you think it is. You have a bow, you have arrows, and what you do is, you see that little thing sticking off the side of it, right up here? That is coating. The bow will automatically coat every arrow you throw onto it and fire, which means that you can coat it with things like power coating, which makes it do more damage. Close range coating makes it so that's closer range, more like a shotgun than a proper bow. Poison coating, para coating, sleep coating, blast coating, exhaust coating. All those things. They are very stamina hungry, but if you want to be frickin' Legolas, the bow's not going to do it. It's a lot more close range than the other ranged weapons.
Until next time.
It is funky, though. I know that it was the speedrunning weapon of choice in the world, mostly because you could do some weird wall techniques with it. That did a lot of damage really quickly. Oh, actually, if I remember correctly, there was a slightly different animation for the external canteen. Let's grab that. It's not very different, but it is different. And we need to dango up anyways, right? So we might as well.
Hey, you're back.
Hello.
Usual, huh?
Dango Miracle Worker. I don't remember what that does. What does that do? No. I guess I don't. Let's see. Order Bunny Dango. That is... often increases the number of reward items. Okay, that is something. Sure. We'll go with that.
Your favorites. Yeah, I love that one too.
There we go. Slightly different animation. Yeah. Ta-da! Dango. Yeah.
Here you go.
That's the animation you'll be seeing a lot if you do the single player version. I don't know why she has so much time to do this sort of stuff, but okay. Her name is Yomogi. Very nice. A very kind dango maker. We still need to hunt some things, though. The question is, what do we hunt now? Because we already got the Valstrax equipment. We could use some funds. We could use a little bit of a Mooney, you know? Some Zenny. I'm thinking the best way to get some Zenny is to wipe out a certain jet dragon. We've hunted it quite a bit already, but I still want to do it, you know? And we're gonna go for the hardest one, Crimson Calamity.
May the spirits protect
Oh,
you.
wait, I didn't want to... I wanted to see if somebody else was doing it first.
Here's the quest list.
How do I abandon the quest? Should be around here somewhere, right? Maybe if I go to this, respond to join, high... Nope, events, high rank. Crimson Calamity. Yes. We're gonna go for it. Hopefully somebody needs some help, because we've gotten pretty good at dealing with Crimson Glow Valstrax. That monstrosity. We might as well help them out, right? Yes, nobody's doing it. Well, that's unfortunate. Maybe they're doing the standard variety of it. That is always a possibility. Let's see who's doing this. So, what is Crimson Glow Valstrax? It is nicknamed the Jet Dragon, and for good reason. The Jet Dragon has decided, screw it, we're going to go full-on speed. And damage. Nothing but speed and damage. What do you mean defense? What the hell is that? That's ridiculous. Why would you want defense? Defense slows you down. You know, all that armor, it's just bulky, it's in the way. Screw it, we're going full-on attack and speed. So, what it did was it took all the, whatever the hell dragon element was, it took all those, emitters, and slapped it onto its wings. You will see a bunch of holes on its wings. Those holes are meant to be there. What it can do is it can take those wings, it can, point them backwards, naturally, as you do, and fire off dragon elements in order to literally jet itself across the skies. It doesn't need to flap like some nerd. It just goes. Legitimately, its wings do not flap. They don't have the muscles to flap. They don't need them. They just go. Jet, dragon, go burr. If I remember correctly, it was introduced in Generations Ultimate, I think. Yeah, that's what it does. Crimson Glow Valstrax. It's got 0 chill. Ideally, we'll be able to deal with it. Oh, hey, we got a duder here. That's rad. You know, great, it's charging up. Now, it does have a little bit of a charge up that it has to do every once in a while, where its chest is very, very vulnerable. If we hit its chest enough, it will actually cause it to lose its charge and go flying backwards as the energy inside explodes. Valstrax, as I said, no defense. Because why would he need it? It does have a rather interesting attack, though, I gotta admit. Back off so that we can heal. Oh, hey, we got a bow user. How nice of them. Let's not get too close to them. Oh, yeah, I can also do this. Because why not? I forgot about the laser for a second. What are you doing, big guy? Just getting annoyed, okay. That's fine. Yeah, okay. Alright, Valerie. If you want to just take off like that. Let's see, whetstone so we can keep our blades sharp. Exploding does a lot of damage to the blade, you know? It's not exactly the best. Oh, hey, we got an insect glaive user too. Mormades has insect glaive, which comes with built-in earplugs, so long as you're keeping your colors up. As long as you got that going, you're fine with enemy shrieking. That's fine. I'll blow it up. Weird creature. Let's see if we can actually slice off this thing's tail. It doesn't need it. Not for long, anyways. Oh, good. We actually got a mount off. Let's run into some walls, shall we? It's a real shame we can't do it at supersonic speeds. Real shame. Insect glaives also do have a really good time building up the mountability of a monster. See, the more aerial attacks you do, and in this case, silk bind techniques like this, every time you see that blue number, that means that it adds on to the mountability of the monster. Now, it does have some downsides. It's pretty hard to control in a pickup group. Who gets the ride, basically. But if you can manage to pull it off, you can pull off some real shenanigans with an insect glaive. Okay, yeah, there he goes. Oh wait, he's not leaving. Okay. Screw this. There it is. Yeah. So Valstrax has a unique ability, which I mentioned a few times. But Valstrax has the ability to say, screw this, I'm out. No, wait, screw you in particular. One of its attacks has it going supersonic, or at least pretty damn close to supersonic. It has like a full-on sonic boom go on there. Fly around the map, for the most part, almost the entirety of the map, and dive bomb somebody from suborbital heights. Pretty freaking ridiculous. Ridiculous amounts of heights. Extreme heights, basically. It can do this so long as it's pretty well charged. As long as it's got a lot of charge, it can do it whenever it wants. It's only the charge that matters on that. But still, It is an effective attack, gotta admit. Alright, you're dive bombing me. Hey, what are you doing, big guy? Just sort of hanging out, that's fine. Let's drop a blast toad at its feet. This toad is a very explosive personality. Oh, it's leaving. Not a good time to blast toad. Let's just grab those peeper sects here and go after it. We can't give it too much slack to work with. If we do, it's gonna recover a little bit. And there you are. Come here, Mud Beetle, thank you. Mud Beetles are basically an instant water element effect on the creature. Basically gives them water blight. What that does is it tires the monster out faster, basically. Because the monster now has water in its lungs. As horrifying as that sounds. Because yes, that is absolutely terrifying. There are monsters that can inflict water blight, much like we can inflict water blight on it with a few specific endemic blight. Oh, you're doing the spin. That's fine. If it wants to do the spin, we can let it do that. 3, 4, big swing. Hey! Broke the chest. Good. That's absolutely vital. If we can keep it from charging up too much, we should be good. God, I am really hyped for Sunbreak. I know they're also planning on bringing back Seregios, one of my favored wyverns. Mostly because it bullies the hell out of Rathian and Rathalos. It's also nicknamed the Pine Cone because of how it looks. Basically, the idea behind Seregios is that its scales are shaped like trench knives, triangular. They are not kind. Pretty the opposite of kind, honestly. Kind of prickish. And it likes to throw them around a lot. It'll basically just randomly toss around scales from its body, intending to cause bleed effects on hunters that are hunting it. Or for that matter, anything that's hunting it. Or that it is hunting, for that matter. It rapidly regrows these scales. It doesn't take long for them to grow back. Which has caused a little bit of speculation, I guess, that Basilgoose might be like a cousin of the Seregios. Since Basilgoose also has a similar idea, it's just instead of having trench knives for scales, it's got explosives for scales. I mean, it's a possibility, you gotta admit. Same general shape, same beak-like mouth. It could work. Wonder if they're gonna bring back the Paolumu. I know they're planning on doing a bunch of vulgar versions of things, amongst other effects. I don't know why they're doing. I don't know what they're doing with the Somnicanth though. I know that it exists. I just don't know what the subspecies is, honestly. Tail, a golden egg. Active skills, Dango Miracle Worker. I see. Huh. Alright, we'll take it. We'll take it. A Fortune Owl Feather always helps, always helps. And that should kick up our Velstrax Armor to the final tier, basically. Make sure that we got that going on.
Welcome. So, what can I help?
There we go. Not quite, no. Okay. We do still have to sell some Velstrax equipment. Or I guess, materials? Yeah, materials. Alright, so we can sell some shimmering scales. Battle strike scale slightly tinged by the Crimson Eclipse. Portends disaster. Creepy as hell, basically. There we go. Battle strike's carapace capable of withstanding sonic speed and boiling heat. Yep. Battle strikes has no chill, basically. At all.
Just tell me what you need.
Alright, kick this up to max.
Excellent.
And that'll handle that. We now have a total of 500 defense, which is plenty to handle everything, basically. At this point, we only really need to forge and upgrade some switch axes, really. Which is well within the range of possibility. Valstrax tree, we need a red dragon orb in order to get that. We already fought a crimson glow, we don't really need to do it again. Grimge cats? I don't know how to pronounce that.
Piece of cake.
We'll upgrade it though. Alright, we need to do some standard stuff. Okay, we're gonna go from top down. That seems like the best option. Binding roller. Assuming we don't have anything to upgrade lower down, you know.
Leave it to me.
Omniplegia we don't have. Diablos. And we can do a Diablos axe. Why not? We don't have it.
Piece of cake.
Needs money though. Baggy tree. Axnasam. Daybreak Silvarus. That sounds pretentious as hell. Sure, why not? We'll go with the Daybreak.
Leave it to me.
At this point, we're just collecting axes of the elements, basically. Baggy tree. It's an axe. Anja. Huh. Okay. Could work.
Piece of cake.
We'll forge this into this.
Excellent.
Don't have material or money for that. Alright, well, we'll just
Thanks.
hunt some random stuff. That should help out. It'll give us materials to work with, maybe even, you know, properly upgrade with. At the moment, we're mostly just hunting down things for new equipment. And that's basically it. Shouldn't take us long to do it either.
I've been waiting for you.
Small monster slaying, monsters broken parts.
Anytime.
We only really need to just go to the quest board and respond to a random join request, don't we? What matters is that we get it done. We still need to do Rathalos and Rathian, I think. Because Rathian and Rathalos weapons are... they're alright. I have no doubt we're going to get some gold and silver Rathian and Rathalos going on, so we're going to have to prepare for that. Always fun to hunt those two. What are we hunting? Oh, we're just hunting a Great Azuchi. Really? Okay. I guess we can help him. I was just intending to do something random, but... switch. Okay, then. Alright, buddy. They are a great sword wielder, I see. Well, they should be able to do some damage at the very least. Great swords are ridiculously good for doing damage, so there's that. Pretty good for severing tails, too. Although long swords are way better at it. Just by virtue of having such gigantic swings. Because sometimes monsters like to hold their tail high, you know? So what will happen is they'll hold it just out of reach of some of the shorter weapons, like the sword and shield and the dual blades. It's unfortunate, but it is what it is. Gray Izuchi. This is probably not going to take us too long to take out, so... Honestly, we're way overgeared for this. We're working with, like, almost Valstrax tier weapons. So it's not exactly like it's going to be a long fight, per se. Alright. Let's see. We can help out by removing the threats around them, while focusing on Izuchi whenever there is no threats, basically. That's the idea. Hopefully we don't make this boring for them. You know, you don't want to take up too much of the monster. God damn it. I was hoping to... Really? Okay then. Well, I mean, we can still finish it off. I was hoping to run the Izuchi directly into the Ragi there, because that tends to do some serious damage as well as make it so that the Ragi could be mounted. Meaning we get even more damage on Izuchi here. Or Izuchi. Of course, Izuchi is one of the few monsters that actually has ads. Mostly because it's making sure you have some idea of what the hell you're doing. There's quite a few monsters with that basic game plan where it's just a small monster exalted into a full-on proper fight. Well, they'll take, like, for example, Great Jaggy. Great Jaggy is not a massive threat. It's basically the same as Izuchi, with some exceptions. It doesn't have the funky tail, but it does have its, it does have quite a few leaping attacks that I can use. Yeah, sure, why not? We'll capture it. I feel kind of bad for it. Nothing but wyvern tears. Oh, I imagine so. Poor thing. What do we got around here? I'm gonna have to reset the lobby ID. Unfortunately, due to the difficulties. Let's see if we can land an explosion by pure accident. Guess not. Oh, that's fine. There we go. Yeah, you're not doing anything, buddy. Let's be nice to it, relatively speaking. We're not gonna murder it. We're just gonna capture it. There we go. Capturing does change the rewards pool a little bit. It's unfortunate, but it is how it is. It's just kind of how it works. Kind of wish it didn't, because that would make it so you could basically capture every monster, take on a pacifistic role. But, such is life. Our cat seems to be happy. That's good. What else can we do? I think we might switch to, like, Warframe at some point. Also just because I kind of feel like doing it. We did Monster Hunter yesterday. This is just kind of a do whatever type of day anyways. Might as well. Plus, I can show off Gyre that way. One of the newer frames that came out, which I've been having a lot of fun with recently. Gyre being the Warframe that's all about, I guess, rotors? I'm not entirely sure what the hell it is, but it seems to be mostly about rotors.
Looking for something new or an upgrade?
It's an idea. I'll give that. We really have no Mizutsune tree. No Mizutsune tree. Okay then, no Mizutsune tree. I was expecting there to be one, but I guess not. Sure. Sure.
Good luck out there.
Let's go over here. Reset that online lobby just so we have it. Create a lobby. Will help with quests. Create. Alright. And then grab that setting. I really wish that the lobbies were a little more stable. So if you were in the middle of a pickup group, you didn't have a have to redo the whole thing just in case somebody I don't know, lost connection or something. It's annoying. But you know, such is life. I think we dangoed up. Yeah, we dangoed up. Okay, we don't have to do anything about that then. I will note, the dango is... The dango they use to represent dango is a specific type of dango. If I remember correctly, it's a trio of dango that is usually used for festivals. The pink, white, and green ones. If I remember correctly, green is for like the grass and all life coming back. White is the passing snow, maybe? Something like that? I don't quite remember exactly what. But the pink is for the cherry blossoms that comes along with it. I remember that much. Sadly the cherry dango is not actually based on strawberries being in there, but it's unfortunate. It's unfortunate. I still haven't made good dango yet. I really want to at some point, but dango is weird. Very weird. Nobody's doing memories of that day. Heart of Might? Maybe? Maybe. I think this will be our last hunt before we switch over to Warframe and do a little bit of that sort of thing instead. Shouldn't be too hard to do. I hope. I hope. Okay, then nobody's doing Heart of Might either. Alright, well, we'll just go with some random high rank quest then. Why not? Support somebody in their hunt, you know? Yeah, dango's weird. Okay, well... dango is really weird. See, dango is a mixture of, if I remember correctly, about half and half. Mixed together glutinous rice flour and sweet rice flour, otherwise known as mochiko. From there, you add in an equal amount to both of the rice flours of silken tofu. Sounds pretty weird, right? But from there, you take that mixture and you mix in, if you're working with, if you're making the green dango, usually it's either green tea or mugwort. So you're either looking at matcha or mugwort. I've done it with matcha powder. It is aggressive. It is aggressively green tea. Haven't done mugwort, though. I gotta admit. Oh, we're going after the mud puppy. Okay, then. That's fine. What else? What was I going to say? Right. The weird part about it, though, is that dango is boiled. And then it's grilled. It's a bit wonky in that way. Dango, from my understanding, it generally goes like this. You take the Dango mix, then you put it into boiling water. Once it starts to float, you count 2 minutes, and then that's Dango done. Give or take. It is a interesting snack, but very, it's not very flavorful. It's very, I don't know, bland isn't quite the word. Very subtle, I guess? Something along those lines. It's not exactly in-your-face flavor. I've been trying to make it, like, really nice and sweet. I've been trying to do my own version of it, basically. But so far, I've had no, like, success in trying to make it work. Unfortunately. I've yet to have any success. Huh, I bounced off of its face. Alright then. Do our damage. Big slashes. Let's see if we can do some damage. With an explosion. Eh, sorta. But it's some. What are you doing, big guy? Where the... Okay, he's just leaving. Okay. Well, that's fine. He can bail if he wants. Let's see. But yeah, I do intend to play Sunbreak when it comes out. Mostly for myself, because I really want to play that game. But... God, Malzeno looks so cool. It's got like this... So Malzeno is an Elder Dragon. It looks kind of like a Western Dragon. You know, all 4 legs, 2 wings, big old tail, that sort of thing. But it's got these like, it's got 2 frills along its neck that kind of look like the high collar that Dracula has. You know what I mean? Where it's got that like high collar that goes up to like his chin. It's sort of like that. It's really funky. They almost look like extra wings or something. I gotta wonder what the hell the leeches look like themselves. Because I haven't actually seen those myself. I know we've seen the leeches, but I don't know what it looks like myself. I have no doubt that they've got like some sort of like wing structure to them. At least something. Alright. Yeah, Mud Puppy just wants to roll in the mud, of course. Poor Mud Buffer. Rolling around in the mud, about to get murdered. Do our damage. Hopefully get in some. Some rich mud, because Barrett loves rich mud. Always nice to have. I know in 3 that used to be a ingredient for multiplying items, basically, as a fertilizer. Which is a nice idea, I gotta admit. Alright, that's fine. What's it doing? Okay, it's just doing that, okay. That's fine. Let's see if we can latch on and do some damage. So we could... Okay then. That looked a little funky, but sure. We'll work with it. There's a poison toad in that mud. We can make some use out of that. And... okay. Oh cool, poison doesn't actually interrupt. Get a little damage, a little extra, by planting a bomb in place. The reason why everybody stopped there when it fell asleep was pretty simple. when it comes to damage from sleep states, the first hit, only the first hit, so if you get a multi-hitting attack and only hits the first one, gets a double damage bonus. So usually the person with the most damage is the one who takes it. So that's usually great swords, followed by hammers. Usually. But Charge Blade's also pretty good with it. Gotta admit. Okay. Do our damage and latch on. There we go. And that'll do some solid damage. Certainly helps out, that's for sure. Okay, he's mad. Bareth mad. Right into the mud. Poor mud bupper. Alright, let's see if we can actually chop off its tail, because we do want that thing. A tail means extra carbs, but no tail for us. But yeah, that'll be our last round of monster. Whoa, okay then. Just go friggin' whoop whoop. That'll be our last hunt for today. We're going to go over to Warframe. Mostly because I like Warframe, I want to play some. And we played this game yesterday, so why not? I feel like it. There we go. I think we did pretty well. We got ourselves Valstrax armor. We got ourselves plenty of upgrades done. And we did pretty well, I think. Nothing too bad. Zap. 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 Who the hell knows what the hell dragon element is? It's lightning, it's fire, it's propellant, apparently. I don't know what the hell dragon element is. It could be literally anything. Oh yeah, I think we did well. Could have done better, that's always a given, but we did pretty well, I think. Alright. Thank you very much for watching. If you were here for Monster Hunter, that's about it. For YouTube, I hope you join us sometime, but, you know, always good to have you. Goodbye, YouTube.